Welcome back, suckers. As y'all were gone, I upgraded the electric and gas engines just a little bit to handle the power of this laser we're going to build. Lasers are very simple once you understand how they operate. They are completely different than cannons, and they are completely different lasers. Not lasers, missiles. Wow. Okay. Lasers, their own little new tab. They used to be in cannons. Now they're by themselves. The multi-purpose laser is, well, the center of the laser. It's where everything feeds into, and it's what the main barrel of the laser connects to. Let's put it up here. I like that. Yes. Then you got the laser combiner. It's like the chamber. It's like the firing piece, so to speak. We'll set it on weapon 4, I believe is clear. Laser steering optics. It increases the arc at which the laser can fire. Laser optics without steering just increase accuracy for long distance. So the laser likes to bounce around and shoot around randomly as like recoil would work in a game. But in here it makes it so that you can just kind of aim longer range better. The multi-purpose laser you connect with laser connectors. Like the missiles and the cannons, it has its own specific type of connectors. On the laser connectors, you can put couplers. Couplers is what you will be having like your quantum engine of lasers coming into the coupler, which will feed the power through the connectors to the actual laser, out the barrel, and to the face of your enemies. So you gotta make this a beam now. As it says, no beam, no beam, no beam, no beam. It really wants you to know there's no beams. That's because it has 6 sides. On the bottom, on the left, on the right, on the top, on the back, on the front. No beams anywhere. You can have multiple beams coming in to this dang little box. As you'll see, you'll probably only want one into it because of the possibilities of what you can do with these. Okay. Just preparing something real quick. Don't mind me. The connectors also have a secondary connector. It is called the laser transceiver. It is a wireless connection, and when it is connected, it will shoot these little pretty blue beams into each other's eyeballs. As you can see, there is a space in between it, and they can connect to each other. What's even more confusing, you can put a block in between them, and they are still connected. This makes lasers very, very efficient. You can have a laser underneath your hull in the ocean, okay, and then you could have them coming up into a turret, which you'll see. As the cannon, everything has to be connected to it. And on this, it's tiny, but everything would have to be connected to it. On the missile launcher, everything has to be... looks like a duck head. It'd be connected to it. The laser, they can all be hidden within your ship, come up through one of these little transceivers into the turret, and then fed into the multi-purpose laser, which makes them very, very small and useful. Alright, into the back of the cavities. Well, that's what we're going to be using as cavities. Into the back of the couplers, we will have the cavities. The cavities are what comprise the laser body. The more cavities you have, the more power your laser uses, the more stronger it is, and the more range it has. To power the laser, you need pumps. The pumps take engine power. This is where the battery is very important, because the laser likes pumps. It likes to be swole, brah. It likes to get those solid pumps going. After you connect all these, you will need to connect a frequency doubler. The frequency doubler on the end of the cavity increases the armor penetration by 1 point for every time it is connected. The laser destabilizer increases the energy that the laser needs for use. However, it also increases the damage. And you can see that we have two different systems connected to the same system for a continuous wavelength of 17 damage, 7 armor penetration, and 265 range. You might be thinking, man, that sucks. It does. The way this works is when it is continuous, it is continuous. It's what they mean by continuous. It shoots continuously. It is like instantaneously damage. Just constant burning at the soul of your enemy's damage. It just hits over and 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 over. Well, it doesn't do a lot of damage. Especially imagine something that you can't hit that very fast and you want to like knock it out of the sky and it's coming at you with a lot of bombs. You would want to just hit it one time, have it knock out of the sky, right? You can do that. Laser couplers. Q switches. They hug, they meet, they make babies. The babies they make are pulsed lasers. When you connect Q switches to a coupler, it increases the fire rate dramatically into a pulse. The less amount of Q switches you have, the slower the pulse. The more damage the pulses do, though, and the farther the range it is. The more Q switches you have, the weaker it is, but it shoots a hell of a lot faster. Boom, 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 boom. And as you can see, it's just plowing through them a lot better than that pathetic blue neutral. Yeah, it was bad. Let's say you wanted to shoot slower with more damage. Let's get a comparison of the damage first. It was at 17. Now it's at 200, 306, and 4,500 range. That's farther than I can see. But when an AI is controlling it, oh, they can see forever. So let's say you have one Q switch on each one. Now the damage is going to be monstrous. 708 damage at 10,000 range. But it's going to be like a sniper rifle. It's going to go pew, pew. Called it. And as you can see by the energy consumption in the bottom right, it's slowly getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Each time it shoots, it gets a little bit lower. This is where the battery comes into effect. If I didn't have that battery, I would be losing power instantaneously, and it would be gone. And it'd be there, and it'd be gone, and it'd be there. Well, with the battery, it's there constantly, but it slowly drains. And then when you stop shooting, it regenerates. With all the generators. Hey, look, they got little repair bots trying to fly around and keep them alive. How cute. How cute indeed. Okay, let's build a turret out of this bad boy. I'll just go ahead and chop that off and chop that off. And then let's take a laser transceiver, make it look up into the sky. Let's take a block, have it go right above, because it does pass through. Add a new object, 360 turret, face it forward, and then we want, I'm going to build this prior to something else. The AI, just remember this, local weapon controller. Very important for the future. And then remember, the AI, six-way connector. This is just like the laser connector, missile connector, and the cannon connector. It connects AI components together. And then I will go back to the lasers, add another laser transceiver, look down, plop it on, remove the block above it. It's held in place by the blocks to the side, and it's disconnected. You'd say, why? That's because we have no multi-purpose laser. So you add a multi-purpose laser on top, and bam. you now have, imagine this wood right here is the top of the hull of your ship. Okay? You have all this wood covering your laser. You know, none of this exists. It's just this big ship. This is all you see. Well, you know, regardless of this. What I'm doing is I'm going to make a comparison. Clearly, if you hadn't realized I was doing that, then you need more help than these videos can assure you. I am positive of that. So imagine this is the top of your ship, and this is practically all you have of your weapon. Let's finish it. You have your lasers, you want your, you know, your chamber of it, of course, and you want your steering optics for a wider arc, and you want a lot of range. You want to be accurate, of course. This is your weapon. Everything right here is your weapon. Imagine, if you will, this is your weapon for a laser. Turret. I mean, you can make it all pretty, you can put slopes on it and everything and make it look like a gun. Imagine having this weird L/C/E/ I don't know what the fuck it is. It's all shaped weird. This giant cannon is all one battle piece. Imagine all this on this little bitty turret. Same with this missile block launcher. It's this huge missile block launcher just on this little bitty turret, whereas this huge laser is all built underneath your hull. And you can make these connectors range way down into the deep of your ship, way on the opposite end of your ship, going all the way across wirelessly into your turret on the top. This is why lasers are so goddamn effective. The best way to kill a laser ship is to have a laser ship. And now you just point, click, win. Man, it's acting wonky. Why is it acting wonky? Probably because it's so dang fat and it bouncing around like crazy. And it shoots very slowly because we still only have 2 Q switches on it. But this is how you make a laser turret. I hope it helped you. A lot of people are confused by it. Man, that looks so dang wonky. Anyhow, in our next video we will go over AI and how to use all this business I created here to attach it to all of these weapons in sync and harmony. Backstreet Boys, Hanson. What? Bye.